Hey, good evening. This is Muriel from the Sunshine Family with an evening video and moving to Costa Rica. The things that I forgot to bring that I totally regret. This video can really save you so much hassle, and I assure you, you probably are focusing on bringing the wrong things. If you don't watch my video. I've learned the hard way. I live in Costa Rica since 3 years and a little bit. I moved here with my husband and 2 kids in 2018, and my channel is everything about what I've learned myself. And since I'm part of some Facebook community groups that is focused on who are focused on moving to Costa Rica, I see these questions coming up really often, like what should I bring, what not to bring. So I decided to create a video about it with some stuff that I will share point by point that probably you haven't thought about. So before I'm gonna dive right in, welcome to my channel if you're new. If you haven't subscribed to it, this is an open invite. You can do so by clicking that link at the bottom of every of my video or the pop-up somewhere around my head. And I always want you to know I am not the Costa Rica expert. I just share everything I've learned thanks to the many questions I received. So don't pin me on my advice, but I am glad that I can share with experience what has worked for me or not. And also people ask me, how do you live in Costa Rica? What is it that you do? Well, I earn my living online already since 2013. I have an online business and I teach others around the world with my online coaching programs and digital courses and ebooks all about it since 2014/15. And for more information, just simply follow the links that you find in the description below. That's not what this video is about, but still, if you're curious, info below. So, moving to Costa Rica, and the things I forgot bringing, and I really regret bringing, are these. It's the things you can't buy here. Yeah, it sounds simple, but I still see people being worried about what bed sheets they should bring. I assure you, you can buy everything you need in your local supermarket. So if you are going to move to Costa Rica to a very cold area, such as Monteverde, for example, I assure you, in the local supermarket, they sell thick, heavy blankets. Or just go to San Jose, to Walmart, where they have basically everything. And there are more big shops or centers where you can buy things for in and around your house. So I would not do this again by bringing sheets and stuff. I did it. Did you know actually that I moved to Costa Rica with my kids and my husband with only just each 2 suitcases and a backpack and a bike? But in there also our laptops and our smartphones, which is our businesses. But I still think, what the heck did we bring? All the necessities, the things that were really, really important, we didn't bring, and it cost me so much hassle to get them here. What are they? Let me give you this list. Number 1, you definitely should not forget, is if you're moving to Costa Rica, right? I'm not just talking about coming here for a couple of months and return to your home. No, the things you can't buy here are, for examples, and which can be a big hassle to get, photos which you need to use for official documents such as a passport. Of course, number 1 is bring your passport which is renewed to the longest date possible. So bring a fresh passport. If you're coming to Costa Rica, of course there will be a moment that your passport will expand off date and you need to apply for a new one. I did it. It's all possible. For USA, it's super simple. For the Netherlands, you have to travel to San Jose. It was possible, but still, I needed photos that were accepted by the officials. And it was quite a hassle to find a photo store, shop, photographer that was open on the days that I was in San Jose. that were, could deliver me those photos. Now I found it, but it took me 2 days to find that shop. And still we were not sure if they were accepted by the Dutch government who makes the passport. So if you're moving to Costa Rica, bring neutral looking passport photos that can also serve you in 2, 3, 4 years when your passports expire. How about that? I bet that you haven't thought about that. Or you did. Well, let me know in the comments. So those were 2 tips in one. Bring a passport with the longest, furthest away expiration date, and 2, bring photos. That doesn't take any space in your luggage, right? You can just carry them in your pocket and there's not any weight there. So what else should you bring that I literally forgot? That's what you really cannot buy here. It's the supplements, the vitamins that I use. For example, especially in these times, crazy, chaotic times in the world, yes, vaccinations, no vaccinations, what is always good to take is vegan, because I don't like all the chemicals in stuff, is a vegan vitamin D pills, magnesium, zinc, and NAC. That's all for a very high immune system, okay? Also vitamin C and some painkillers that you're used to use from your own country. They have painkillers here. They have an excellent health care system, but those are things like supplements, vitamins, and painkillers for headaches, muscle pain, whatever that you're using, bring your own. Why? Because I feel more comfortable taking medication that I know is working on me and not depending on what they have in Costa Rica. It just makes life easier. So, what else do you need that I really forgot? And this is for people who are coming and moving to Costa Rica with the view on buying property or buying a house. If I knew this tip before, it had saved me so much correspondence and doing due diligence online, asking my attorney about, how do I get this stuff? Bring the right paperwork. So if you want to apply for a visa while you're in Costa Rica, suppose that you want to buy a property, right? And based on that, you want to get a visa, you want to apply for a visa. You need paperwork, specific paperwork, not just paperwork. I didn't know because I didn't plan to buy anything, but it happened. So I wish that I did bring this. You need a birth certificate, but that's not all. Really listen careful to my whole message. You need, if you're married, like your marriage certificate. You need a proof of good behavior, basically meaning you're not a criminal, you haven't been imprisoned, etc., etc. Those documents you need. But not just that, you need it with an apostille. Apostille. I don't know how to pronounce it. Apostille is what it's called in the Netherlands. It's basically a stamp and it's also written in 2 languages. It's a stamp, it's like a certificate accepted also to use outside of your country. So it's basically internationally accepted. That's what my attorney asked for when I applied for my investment residency based on the big property I bought. So I didn't know this. I didn't bring this. I brought a bike. I brought my favorite dresses, which I never wore here because they were uncomfortable here. I brought bed sheets, which I could have bought here in the local supermarket, which were like a kilo, There were things that I would never, really, if I had to do it all again, I will bring the things that I just shared with you, minus all the other things. I would just literally bring a little backpack with my laptop, smartphone, my personal, my makeup, although I'm often never using them. Use it. I do use makeup when I go out, but it just drips off my face during the daytime here. And I brought like 4, 5, 6 bikinis. You can buy bikinis here. Come on, Muriel. So basically, the end of this video. I can wrap it up. What should you bring? Paperwork, photos for documents, and I almost forgot, bring a double credit card. Suppose that your card breaks. Suppose that ADM eats your credit card. You need to have a backup. So at least bring 2 cards so you can withdraw money. So you don't have to enter the bank and blah, 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 or have, you know, that hustle. Here's another thing, like a bonus tip. We don't have addresses in Costa Rica. So my address is like something like an X amount of meters before a bridge to that village on that side of the road, and the house is colored this color. That's like my address. Suppose that I have to apply for a new credit card. Do you think, what's the chance that this card will reach my home? Yeah, I hear you. That's like Russian roulette. So what did I do? And yes, you can get an address at the local post office, but still, I don't trust them. I hooked up with a trustable attorney who is my attorney, who helped me with purchasing this property, who helped me with documents, with going through all the things that you really, really need in Costa Rica. Find an attorney whose address you can use for sending official paperwork or cards or, you know, in that trend. I didn't notice before I moved, and I think I didn't even read it in my ebook 7 Steps to Costa Rica, which you can order by going through the description below. It has all the other practical steps that I applied before I moved to Costa Rica. But I bet moving to Costa Rica and the things that I forgot to bring, probably you are forgetting those things. And if you were, I'm glad you found my video. And if you already thought about it, good, awesome, you're totally ready for Costa Rica. Another second bonus tip to bring to Costa Rica. Bring your good mood, your positivity, and your patience, because things are differently here. This has nothing to do with the new mandates that's starting in December 1st. It just has to do with Costa Rica overall. Things take longer, implementation of laws, new rules, etc., but also logistics. So if you want to apply for something, it can take way longer than you expect. So if you really want to be moving to Costa Rica happily, bring your patience, your good mood, and look where I'm sitting. It's dark. The only noise I hear is my own dogs, because I don't know what they're hearing. It could be an animal in the back of the property. It could be coyotes, by the way. Or, I don't know, dogs hear things that I don't hear, and that's why we have them. But anyways, I know I didn't bring my dogs because I didn't have dogs back in the Netherlands. But you can adopt dogs here. If you want a dog and you don't have a dog yet, please don't. Just adopt one here. There's so many stray dogs waiting for a new home here in Costa Rica. And if you already have dogs, there's easy ways to bring your dog, so don't worry about that. But that might be information for another video. With that being said, I think I covered it all. Moving to Costa Rica, are you? I really recommend you to do so. Whatever happens in the world, I still believe Costa Rica is one of the best places to be. I never regretted a day. I live very happily with my husband, kids, and meanwhile we adopted 3 dogs and a cat. And yeah, I would do it all again with less stuff. Only a little backpack and some paperwork. And the address and the name of a trustable attorney. If you need an attorney, shoot me a comment below and I'm happy to personally connect with you to share mine. And if you want to work again online the way that I do, if that's one of your interests that you have, because it might be finances or being stuck at a location that is blocking you to move, then in that case it is really, really important that you read the description below and to click on one of my links to learn more. So with that being said, thanks for watching my video from late night Costa Rica. Moving to Costa Rica is fun. Take the leap and enjoy. That's what I've done. Bye for now, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in Costa Rica one day. Bye.